morning. Hope you enjoyed watching how I crate the puppies when I leave. Yes, my Christmas tree is still up. I've been very, very sick. Oh, whoops, I missed a light. Got some anti-anxiety music on for the dogs. And we are off to get a magnesium infusion this morning. I haven't shared mostly because I've been so sick. Alright, puppies, this is what I always say to the Black Pack when I leave. Okay, Black Pack, be good, cut the wood. Best wishes, do the dishes. I'll be back, Black Pack. Don't do crack. Okay, I didn't know if I should say that expert. And there's little Mama Saffy. She's such an anxious puppy. She knows. Okay. Let's get to the car. Bye-bye, baby girl. Alright, I got the car started. It is a super, super, super frosty morning, as you can see behind me. And we are going to the infusion center to get a magnesium infusion. But before that, I'm going to go get coffee. And I'm going to go get something to eat while I'm getting an infusion. I'm getting labs first and seeing how things are. And then maybe an infusion. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Alright, let me get in this car. Talk to you in a sec. Okay, we are in the car at a local grocery store called Ingles. I think they're in the southeast only. And we're going to get a magnesium infusion. I've got to hit the road, so I can't really talk to you much. I stopped to get some lunch, because if I have to have the infusion, the deal is, I've had 3 infusions, right? Every other day for the past week. And if my magnesium is above 1.6, then I don't have to have an infusion and they'll take my line out. I'll show you my line when we get to the infusion place so you guys can see that. But I usually stop and I take some lunch with me because a magnesium infusion takes 2 hours. And so I usually eat my first meal of the day around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I got some soup, some broccoli cheddar soup. Nice little setup they have in there for that. And I got Starbucks. I mean, I could like totally live on Starbucks. I love Starbucks. Good coffee. Love my coffee. So, let's hit the road and go to the infusion center up in Asheville. Alright, see you in a bit. Coming into Asheville now. Okay, so we're here at the cancer center where you get infusions for it. People get blood, people get fluids, and I'm getting magnesium. So before I go in here and they could possibly take this line out, and I haven't shared this because I've been like so sick, I haven't felt like vlogging. I've barely been able to help Chris keep up with the homestead chores. So let me show you this line because I got to get in here and get this labs drawn. So hang tight. Let me roll up this little crazy sleeve thing I've got, which is right here. Is my little line. And you see right there is where it goes in, and it threads up about like 4 or 5 inches into my brachial vein, and that is the little port that they put in the magnesium, and I have to flush it twice a day with saline, and maybe today when I come out it will be gone, and I am feeling like oh so much better. And my brain fog is gone, my muscle cramps are gone, the tingling in my fingers is gone, and I'm just feeling much better overall. I had Hattie yesterday. We had a wonderful day with Hattie, but just getting her back into the swing of things. I didn't want to vlog with her, you know, just getting her back into being with Aunt Rella. So I will go in here and get my labs drawn and all that good stuff, and I'm going to leave you guys out here because there are patients in there and they might not appreciate me posting it on the internet. So I'll catch you, and I'll show you a little bit of the artwork in this parking deck at the cancer center here in Asheville. It's some beautiful artwork, so I'll show you that when I get back out. And while I'm in there, I'll try to get some shots of the mountains out the window with my iPad, and we'll post that on Instagram, and I'll tell you if I can do that or not when I get back. So hang tight For you, it'll only be a second. For me, it could be 2 to 3 hours. See you in a bit. Thanks for watching. And, oh yeah, welcome back to the Black Pack. We're happy to finally be vlogging again. Okay, so here is the dealio. My magnesium is 1.7, so no infusion. But the doctor has not done an order to remove my line, so I'll have my line at least until tomorrow. And I'll have to come back up and have them take it out. But meanwhile, let's look at some of this beautiful artwork they have at the cancer center. Isn't that beautiful? Check these trees out over here. I want to do art installation like this. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Beautiful. Artwork all the way around. It's just gorgeous. I know this is not homesteading related at all, but it's related to me and it's my channel. So yeah, this cancer center here in Asheville. They have done a wonderful job with me. They have brought me back from the brink, and I'm thankful for them. But it is cold. It is like 20 degrees. So I'm gonna go get in the car now. I gotta run to Target, and then I'll be home, and we'll maybe check out some animals. I got a story to tell you about Arthur a little bit later. So I'm gonna get in the car and go. But if you want to see a little bit more Asheville, there's some beautiful mountains over there. See the mountains. The mountains. So, we'll see you back at the homestead with update on Arthur. Yeah. Alright, talk to you in a bit. Bye. We are home. Wait, let's make sure we're recording. Yep. Okay, we're recording. Home from the infusion clinic. Gonna go open up the rabbits because it is now 44 degrees. This is the warmest we've been all week. We've been in below 32, below freezing, and it's 43. So I'm gonna let these rabbits see some sunshine and see if their water's frozen from this morning. Chris came down and swapped the bottles out. So yeah, but what went down with my magnesium deal is that my magnesium was 1.7, like I said in the earlier bit, and I heard back from the doc, and the doc wants me to have one more magnesium infusion tomorrow just to bump me into the middle range of normal limits instead of at the lower end, and then hopefully tomorrow they will be taking out that line. Alright, let's open up these bunnies. So now the bunnies are open to the sunshine. So you can see on the inside, I gotta go open up their hallway blankets. I gotta put one more tarp on. See, there those guys are. Happy as can be. Gotta put one more bungee on to secure our tarp. Dude, y'all, I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. There's Goanna. And there's Little Black. I know, this is a really hard subject to talk about. This was Arthur's cage. And this is not Arthur, as you can see. This is Little Black. Little Blackjack is his name. I'm calling him Blackjack. And he's Arthur's son, Guinevere's son. And, back before Christmas. This is really hard. I really love Arthur. Arthur got really sick. We came out here to breed him to Quicksilver, and we didn't film it because it was dark. It was a full moon, so we were going to breed her on a new full moon. And, yeah, he wouldn't have anything to do with her. She groomed him, which is highly unusual. She usually does the patty cake dance, runs around, and then gets bred. I took Arthur in that night, and I fixed him up in the dog crate where I had broody lattice, and I called the vet, asked him about coccidia. He said they could give me some Alabon, but to be careful with antibiotics and rabbits. But what he would recommend was giving him some probiotics and some stool binders. So he prescribed some probiotics, and I gave him probiotics, and I did not give him the antibiotics because I was afraid that it wasn't coccidia and there was no point. How would my rabbits get coccidia? They're not on the ground. I mean, unless it came off of something that I foraged for them, which I highly doubt because I'm a very careful forager. So we had Arthur in the house in the basement where the indoor quail are for about a week, and he rebounded a couple of days after I gave him the probiotics, fed him some sweet potatoes, some squash. I gave him apple cider vinegar in his water. I gave him everything I could think to fatten him up, all the sunflower seeds he could eat. I gave him tons of high protein alfalfa. I gave him everything I could think of, everything the vet could think of. And on the 18th of December, Chris went, before he went to work, goes to work like he always does to go check the animals, so I don't have to go out early before I go get Hattie. And he went downstairs and came back upstairs really, really quick. And said, Morella, you need to come downstairs. I don't think Arthur's gonna be long for the world. And so this whole time this whole week, I spent copious amounts of time with him, holding him, cuddling him, let him hop around the basement. You know, I spent a lot of time with him that week. I love that rabbit, and that rabbit loved me. People talk about animals not being sentient and maybe not loving, but I believe an animal can love. Arthur loved me. He loved me so much he wanted to mate me. He sprayed me. You know, you've seen many videos where I was dodging getting sprayed by Arthur. So that morning of the 17th, I went on and got Hattie. Came home, got her settled, and went downstairs to be with Arthur. It was around 11:30, and he was just lying there just like he was earlier, but he was still alive. And that precious, precious, sweet silver fox buddy, he hung on for me, and he died in my arms. He died in my arms. I held him and cuddled him and told him how much I loved him and how much I was gonna miss him, but that it was okay if it was his time. We only had Arthur for 2.5 years. You expect to have a buck for 5. But Arthur had had a lot of allergy issues with his eyes. You saw me go through that struggle with trying to get the fur to grow back around his eyes, which no one could ever really tell me what that was. I just treated it to the best of my ability, and when whatever was blooming that was causing his allergy would go away, he would get better. But he was really skinny over the summer, and he wasn't, which is common because they don't want to eat a lot, it's too hot. But he just did not put the weight back on when the fall time came. And I really don't know what was wrong with that precious rabbit. I really don't. I just know God needed a good rabbit. He needed a good rabbit. That's all I can say. Is that God needed the best rabbit on this earth, and that was King Arthur. Arts and crafts, my precious, precious chocolate buck. I love him so much. But God knew we needed a backup buck because we weren't supposed to keep Little Black. Little Black was supposed to be harvested. We were going to keep Lilac for breeding stock, and the rest of that litter was harvested except him because I was sick and we couldn't get to it because I was in the hospital. But God knew we needed Little Black Jack. God knew Arthur wasn't long for the world. And so now God has the best rabbit. And when I get to heaven, I know it's a desire of my heart to see that rabbit again. I don't have a rabbit I can walk anymore. I don't have a rabbit that loves me like that. But maybe Little Black and I will bond and I'll have that relationship again. But yeah, that's what happened with Arthur right before Christmas. It was really super hard. We buried him down at the foot of the garden where our pets are buried. And I still go down there and look at him and make sure nothing's dug him up. That was the hardest homestead loss I've ever suffered so far. But thank God for Little Black. Little Blackjack here is going to be the father of the next generation. He is Arthur's baby, so he has those brown genes. And this is Blackjack's mama. This is Guinevere. Guinevere's the one that went through the false pregnancy, which really sad because that would have been our last litter from Arthur. Ooh, we got eggies. Thank you, girls. Thank you, my lovely silky birdies. Birdie, birdie, do you like to sing? Sitting on your little roosty roost. So there they are, ladies and gentlemen. Two, count them, two beautiful silky eggs. Beautiful. Alright, guys. Enjoy your scratch greens. Eat your sunflower seeds and some crackety corn. Such good birdies. I love my birdies. I love my birdies. Alright, chickadees. Alright, my precious chickens. Y'all have a good day, rabbits. Rabbits and chickens. Have a good day. And we're going to close this out right now. And hopefully I'll get this edited and up today. So I'm going to thank you for joining us. And I thank you for being so patient and wonderful with us during my time of sickness. I'm doing much better, as you can see today. Magnesium is a wonderful thing. You should never be without magnesium, because if you don't have it, you feel like crap. Just telling you, outright crap. So, now that I'm feeling better, hopefully get back to vlogging. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to show you how my cabbage fared and how my kale fared that you got to see on the 31st of December when I did the New Year vlog. Happy New Year from the garden. And show you how my kale and my cabbage fared in the snow, because they haven't been under a low tunnel or anything. So the next couple videos will show you that. Told you about Arthur. That was hard. I wish Chris had been here for that. But you know, that was just, I had to get the video made. That's just the way it was. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being there for us in the comments. You encourage us. You lift us up. And thank you for being there when we do post and watching our videos. It means more to me than you could even ever imagine that people actually watch me. It's crazy, right? Crazy. I'm just a little old girl from Western North Carolina, and you people think I'm funny. So that's pretty awesome. So I'll see you here next time at the Blackpack Homestead. Take care. God bless. And bye-bye.